let's make this light and fluffy airy bread using the Kmart bread machine. This is a white loaf and this is for the 800-gram setting. If you want to see how you make it, keep watching. Okay, to start you need a bread machine. I've just got the Kmart bread machine here. So I'm just going to set it to the settings that I like to use. So I'm going to set it to number 11, which is the sandwich loaf. And then you can select your color, light, medium or dark crust. I like to do it the medium, so it's already set on that. And you can also do a 650-gram loaf or 800. So this recipe will be for an 800-gram loaf, just a plain basic white loaf. So to start, you want to add your wet ingredients. So I have 350 ml of filtered water. Now I'm going to use as my sweetener maple syrup. So I like to use unrefined sugars, but if you want to use sugar, you can use 2 teaspoons of any sugar of your choice. So caster sugar, raw sugar, honey or maple syrup. So I'm using maple syrup. So 2 teaspoons of maple syrup going in. Then you can use any oil of choice. I like to use only olive oil. So I'm using 35 grams of olive oil. Then we have 2 teaspoons of yeast. I just buy my yeast from Coles in this big red tin and it lasts forever. Next we're adding in our salt. So I like to use Celtic salt, but you can use again any salt of choice. So this is just 1 teaspoon of Celtic salt. People say you shouldn't add the salt and the yeast together, but I haven't had any issues with that. And then next we have 600 grams of plain flour. I'm just using basic white plain flour. And honestly, it's that easy. You just chuck it in, close the lid, and press start. It takes 3 hours. It will knead it. It will rise it and bake it all for you. So I'll bring you closer so you can have a look at how it's kneaded, and then I'll see you in 3 hours once it's done. And this is 9 minutes in. After an hour and 19 minutes. So it's about to bake the loaf in 8 minutes, and that's how it's risen. Probably shouldn't open the lid, but you can kind of see there. And yeah, I'll touch base once it's fully baked. And we've got 40 minutes left, so 20 minutes in baking, and you can see it's risen pretty high, nearly touching the top. But this is for tall loaves, so keep that in mind. If you want a smaller loaf, this is probably not the recipe for you. Okay, there we have it. My timer just went off. Let's take it out. You just want to be careful and use some mittens because it is very hot. But there's our loaf. I'm just going to tip it out and place it on a cooling rack to completely cool. Whoops. And if your dough hook doesn't stay in there, your bread machine should have come with a hook where you can just pop down and pull it out. But there we have it, homemade bread. So simple, so easy, no refined sugars, no naughty ingredients, no seed oils. I always have this on hand. It slices up perfectly. I'll take a video when I slice it up. But it's so simple, so easy, and it freezes so well that you can just slice it up and put it in the freezer, and then when you want to slice, just take it out and pop it in the toaster. But yeah, I'll slice it up for you guys once it completely cools and show you how it looks on the inside. So I've just brought you a little closer so I can slice the bread and show you how it looks on the inside. You should allow it to completely cool, but I do want to have a slice of warm bread with some butter. So I'm going to cut it open. Okay, there you have it. This is the best bread recipe I have found using the Kmart bread machine. It's so soft. And then we have it, homemade bread. It's so soft, so fluffy, using the Kmart bread machine. Don't forget to check out all our other videos of using the Kmart bread machine. We have a raisin loaf, a banana bread that we've also made in the bread machine. Also a spelt flour edition if you don't want to use plain flour. If you've enjoyed watching today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy homemaking and happy bread making. See you in the next video. Bye!